Hello. Good morning to many of you. Good afternoon to some of you, and good evening to others of you, wherever you are in the world. Hello, Butterfly Rain. Good morning. This is our final Sunday morning live of 2025. So wow, that just occurred to me. I'm happy to be here with you all. And we are going to have our longest running live stream series this morning, which will be a format of what I like to call spirit messages. And I use cards to access and share the message. And it is for everybody who's here and listening. It's a collective reading, and then we close with Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. Good morning, Andrea, Nancy, and Kat. Great to have you all here. Please say hello or give an emoji in the chat just to get your energy into our space. If you are new, feel free to say hello. Welcome, Arlene. Nice to have you. Leslie, Becca, welcome, welcome. Jen. Good morning, Donna. Awesome. So afternoon time in Netherlands right now. Nina. So I'd also like to hear, how has the past week been for you all? For those who celebrate Christmas or solstice or whatever other religious holidays have happened in the past week or so. Yeah, I'm really curious to hear, now that we're on the other side of that. We're still not through the holiday season, as we have our New Year's, of course, and you know, energy is shifting and has shifted already. So yeah, I'm curious to see how it has been for you. Oh wow, Nina. My condolences to you for that. I can't imagine. Glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. Becca, also a widow in a different phase. So glad this holiday was much lighter for you. So we did a live stream on Christmas Eve about if this holiday doesn't feel like it should. And there was a number of people in that live who were dealing with grief and loss. So, you know, holidays always bring that out. Hi, Monica. Long time no see. Good morning, J.E. Hi, Karma. Yeah, I think many people at this point have that energy of wanting them to be over. You know, it's just an intense energy if we just keep it really simple. This time of year, I mean, I'm an American, and so I can speak from that context of like, and when I lived in America, the US, you know, it starts at Halloween and then it just builds and builds and builds, and then there's like a crash. So I've got a couple live streams scheduled I'm going to share right now with you in the next week that are about looking ahead. So I'll just share them in order. So sugar freedom in the new year. So I'm a life coach and Reiki master teacher for those who don't know. And I help people with many things, and I help people with releasing sugar. So if that sounds interesting to you, I mean, especially if, you know, here was another holiday season where you overdid it, or maybe you realize you have a real problem, please join me for that. December 30th, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on the 31st, we've got Vision, Creation, and Jubilation for 2026. So I'm going to be guiding you through a deep visualization guided journey about what you want to create in the new year. And this has been powerful for everyone. I've been doing this every year. I've been a teacher almost 5 years here, so I think I for most years I've done this, so it's really powerful. People get a lot of value from it, so please join for that. New Year's Eve, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then I'm going to go live again on New Year's Day at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be looking at the new year through a different lens. Choosing a different relationship with yourself this year. So this is about more the feminine energy of growth, transformation, and change, especially in the context of a new year of not being in striving and pushing mode. You know, I was speaking with a life coaching client of mine who just signed up for a year of coaching with me, which is so exciting and fun to be on a deep transformational journey with them. And, you know, we were talking about like just the spiritual journey and how when we, and all of us are here, right? We're in insight timer. So because of that, I'm going to, you know, make a few maybe generalizations. I could be wrong, but I imagine most of us are on a spiritual path, personal development, self-help, being our best selves, all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's great. And I do it too. And we want to do that. The thing is that it can turn into kind of a mindset or an inner stance of, I'm not okay where I am, I'm not good enough where I am, I'm like this constant under construction project to where I can't feel okay where I am because I'm always trying to get to the next thing to improve and better myself. So it's not that we don't want to do our best and be our best. It's just this subtle mindset shift of like totally embracing, loving, and accepting ourselves where we are while we're on the journey. Instead of, you know, I'm not good enough until I'm enlightened, until I reach, you know, XYZ. But the thing is, we reach that point and then there's more to go because it never ends. So join me on January 1st at 1 p.m. for choosing a different relationship with yourself this year. So, hi Gina, good morning. Nice to see you. Monica, you were sick. It was nice for you to be home. Oh, interesting, Becca. Your dad loved Reiki. And yes, Monica, I've been living in Mexico for a year now. Kat, a vision board on your wall. I would love to see it if you care to send me a photo. Yeah. Making vision boards. Actually, my client just made this. I mean, it's an amazing vision board. She should be on here doing a workshop on how to do it. I think it helps to have good materials, you know, good magazines and things to cut from. That really helps. So, good morning, Amy. Yeah, I've done a number of vision boards over the years. One of my favorite vision board stories is from, it's either The Secret or What the Bleep Do We Know, but somebody that was interviewed on there said he had a vision board with this dream home, and you can guess what happened. I mean, he cut it out of a magazine. He ended up living in that exact dream home that he cut from the magazine a few years later. Like, that is totally mind-boggling. So, be very mindful and intentional about what you put on your vision board. All right. So, first, we're going to start, as always, with a Michael Singer card. For those who don't know, he's the best known for this book, The Untethered Soul. Anybody not know The Untethered Soul? Just curious. And I'm not even going to shuffle. I am going to read this card that was at the bottom. But, yeah, Becca, this is like a spiritual classic. The Untethered Soul, it came out close to 20 years ago. I can't believe that. But the man who wrote it is a spiritual master. He doesn't call himself that, but he is. He also wrote The Surrender Experiment, his memoir. I would invite anybody who doesn't know Michael Singer to start with the memoir and then go into Untethered Soul, and he also wrote Living Untethered recently. I went to meet him. He has a place in Florida. You can just go, and that's where I got those, and that's where I got these cards. So, and you can get a taste of his teaching from what I'm about to read you. So it says, a wise person remains centered enough to let go every time the energy shifts into a defensive mode. The moment the energy moves, relax and release. Letting go means falling behind the energy instead of going into it. So I'll read it again. A wise person remains centered enough to let go every time the energy shifts into a defensive mode. The moment the energy moves, relax and release. Letting go means falling behind the energy instead of going into it. This is really, that card is the heart of his teaching. If you could boil like everything down, this card would be it. So if you want me to send you a picture of this or the quote of this, send me a private message through here. You can also follow me on YouTube. This is being double live streamed right now on my YouTube channel, so you can join live there. You can watch all my replays over there for the past 2 years. Facebook, Instagram, check my website. All that's in my link here in my profile and Insight Timer. And if you want that quote, send me a message. But you know, his memoir is called The Surrender Experiment. So his whole teaching is surrender. Surrender, 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 let go, let go, let go. It's very, very powerful. And so that's, he was talking about in this card, the mechanics of how to actually do that and how that looks. So this teaching will free yourself. And that's what I'm working on yet again, recommitting to right now and moving forward. To let go, to release resistance. Resistance is the only problem in the universe or in this planet. Whenever we resist, we suffer, period. End of story. When we resist what's happening outside, when we resist our thoughts, when we resist a feeling, we create more resistance. When we resist anything, period, we suffer. So he teaches what he calls relax and release. And that's an internal practice that only you can do in the quiet of your own heart. So, let's all take a breath. Let's see what Work Your Light cards have to say on this last weekend of 2025. 9-year snake year, going into a fire horse year in February. I'm a fire dragon. Who all knows their Chinese, like their basic Chinese astrology? Ooh, that sounds like a lot, Monica. Yeah, I mean, if you're sick, if you have a tooth extracted, that's it. Like, those are things that are happening. So if we resist it, if we don't like it, if we don't want it, then we create the suffering. So we have the pain of whatever the physical sensations are with the tooth or the illness, but then we put our own suffering on top of it by resisting it, not liking it, not wanting it, having an opinion or an argument about it. It's not easy. It's very simple. It is not easy. Oh, I bet, Becca. Nancy, fellow dragon. So, oh my gosh, we got the same card as we got. Who all was here on Christmas Day? Hi, Susie. No. Who all was here just the other day when we got this card? Amy. So, Spirit is coming in very loudly for you. No, J.E., I think you were here as well. Fellow dragon. So, if you're like wondering where to go, what to do, if you're at a decision point about something, and maybe you've even asked for guidance, then your answer is no. It says wait. Now, no doesn't mean no forever. It could just be waiting or postponing or pausing, or it might just be an absolute no. Lots of dragons. So, I know how old y'all are if you're a wood dragon, because my ex-husband, we were both dragons, and he was 12 years older, and he was a wood dragon, so I'm a fire dragon. So, yeah, this is a very bold message. Who does this help? Who is this message for? Give an emoji if this no is confirmation for you. Because that is, yeah. I mean, we get repeat cards, but like this was just a few days ago. We got that. That's right, Monica. So now we're going to draw a Sacred Rebels. Beautiful card deck here that I got for my 40th birthday from a good friend. Yeah, Becca, you know, when we start on this path or even are in this path a while, you know, in receiving messages, and even if it's intuition, like that intuitive sense within us, it's a learning, it's a process on starting to trust that inner guidance, starting to trust spiritual guidance. And you know, it doesn't mean you have to, if you get guidance to sell everything and move to the other side of the world, you have to actually follow through on that. It might be starting with, I'm having guidance to go to a store I usually don't go to, a different grocery store. Let me follow that. In Michael Singer, that's actually what he teaches too, as far as this relaxing and releasing and surrendering. He doesn't, I mean, you can practice with anything, and he says, like, consciously start with small things. He calls low-hanging fruit. Start with traffic, start with weather, start with a long line at the store. You can relax and release there. The weather, nobody can ever change, like, or whatever at this moment. Nobody can change the weather, so why would we ever have an opinion about it or argue with ourselves about it? So you can start small. So this is a perfect card as we go into the new year with what we want to create in 2026. Bring it into form. Bring it into form. So this is a card of manifestation. I mean, this is a card of movement. There's actually, somebody moving forward. So this is about taking action on your vision. This is about getting into action, bringing your intention, bringing your manifestation into form with movement. It says, beautiful dreamer, you can imagine wonderful worlds of light. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now it's time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live and to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Don't just dream, create. You're being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired tasks. So this is a message for those of you who maybe you're procrastinating on something. This is a nudge from Spirit to take that action. Welcome, Allie. Great to have you. So all of these cards have what they call a healing process, and they're mainly like declarations, things to say. So I'm going to speak this healing process, and if this card and if this message resonates with you, I want you to just take it in and claim it for yourself. I am energized and empowered to bring my ideas to life. I release any fear that they won't live up to the perfection of my ideas or fantasies. I give them permission to become what they want to be in service to life. In releasing these ideas into form, I open up to receive new ideas and inspirations. I am helped with this process through unconditional love for the greater good. So be it. So what do you get to bring into form? So, and if you are new here, I didn't say this already, but I'm going to go ahead and put up the follow card here. So please give me a follow if you don't already. That really helps me to grow and build, and serve more people here, and also follow me everywhere else that I am if you feel called to. It helps. You're welcome, Becca. So I'm going to get some clarification, some deeper messages now for all of you from Lightseers Tarot. And many of them fell on the floor. Yeah, and I'll just say, some of you are going through a hard time letting go, and those of you who have lost people, definitely this is a card that signifies that, the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords can also be a card of betrayal, being stabbed in the back. On the original tarot, it's quite a bloody card. This one is a much different energy, but still signifies, disappointment, letdown, betrayal, being forced to let go and move on when you don't want to. But even in the traditional card, there's still like a yellow glow in the background, which signifies hope. In this card, definitely you can see the hope here. So for all of you going through something, sadness, grief, loss, letting go, that might be what this no energy is for some of you. It's totally understandable and okay. You don't need to be a certain way. You can just be with whatever's here. Yeah, so definitely some sort of betrayal or maybe feeling betrayed. Maybe even if it is with a loss that's a death, Some of you might even feel like, they like mad at the person they left too soon. They shouldn't have gone. Like that sort of an energy. This can also be deception. If there is like some sort of relationship dynamic, lying, cheating, stealing, he's moving away, stealing, well, it's feathers in this card, but in the moonlight, sneaking away. So if there's somebody that you're thinking of, that you're wondering, like, this might be confirmation for you. And if not, it could also just be like you're having a general mindset right now, if there's not a specific dynamic that's coming up for you, where you're just feeling like beat down right now. I know somebody mentioned, wanting the holidays to be over, being done with the commercialism and all of that. This can also be that energy. This can be an energy of fear, generally. Interesting, Becca. Yeah, I do get a message of like, you left too soon, and it feels like a betrayal. And it's really painful. These cards are really painful. We even have the Lovers at the bottom. So this could be something, a romantic connection that this is about. So Becca definitely feels like, it's spot on for you. Yeah, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for your loss. So let's see what other clarification Spirit has for the message. Temperance. So this is a reminder just to have perspective. And, this has the sun and the moon, yin yang. This is a card of balance. This is a card of Libra energy. This is also, I forgot, it might be Angel Gabriel. I could be wrong, but it's a archangel. You can see the angel wings here. So this is just to remember to have perspective on the situation, not to get too sucked into these energies. It makes sense if you do, and like to remember to take a step back, remember Spirit, remember your support. And I think too, some of this is just for the collective, like, we're feeling really bogged down right now due to the world. we are living in super intense times. And it's, quote, feels a bit normal because we're in it and we've been in this for however many years and decades. And I think part of the message is like the perspective on like, there's a lot of fucking shit going on. It's crazy. We live in a crazy world. Like validating how you feel, if it feels heavy, if it feels like I didn't sign up for this, if it feels like get me out of here, it's too much. Yeah, I just feel like this like betrayal energy, maybe, you know, and this is just my belief of like we choose to come in and we have multiple lifetimes and all of that. It's like some of you may be feeling like, yeah, I came in for this, but I didn't sign up for this. Which doesn't mean to do it like take yourself out. No. You know, what I've learned and what I believe about that, like suicide, is you just get reset and you just have to come right back and you just have to learn the lesson again. So, yeah. Have balance, have perspective. You're welcome, Monica. I'm going to read this Temperance card and see what deeper messages it has, because this card is very powerful. It is a major arcana card, which means it's more, it's not day-to-day energies. It is like life transforming energies. So there are affirmations with all of these, and the affirmation for this card is, I walk the middle path and nourish wholeness. I walk the middle path and nourish wholeness. So that's the medicine for this, for these other cards, in whatever way these energies or situations are showing up for you. This is your medicine. Nourish your own wholeness to the best of your ability. Walk the middle path, moderation, not being in extremes, you know, not making broad pronouncements about what this means, not making, you know, putting stakes in the ground of like, because this happened or this is how I feel, that means humanity's written off forever. Like nothing like that. Like, don't do that. So the card meanings are alchemy, blending energies, harmony, moderation, masculine and feminine balance, duality and amalgamation, the fluidity of time, meditation, the perpetual motion of life. So again, this message of perspective, this message of if you're too close to this right now, Spirit is saying, let's get some perspective. Let's take a step back. Let's zoom out. And actually the messages the other day were the same. And I know some of you were here, and Michael Singer talks about, you know, getting perspective, zooming out, getting altitude on life. You know, we're spinning on a speck of dust in the middle of nowhere. Like, how important is it? He talks about the rings of Saturn. They're always there. Like, things are happening on those rings, whatever, dust is moving. Like, you know, stars are being born and dying, supernovas are happening. You know, on the other side of the world, it's raining, it's snowing, people are being born and dying. Like, that's actually the literal reality of what's going on. And it's not about gaslighting ourselves, it's just about perspective. So, you know, the way we don't gaslight ourselves, because that's what happens with the like spiritual bypassing, right? It's like, oh, but I should be love and light. It's like, well, first, let's slow down. If you do feel deeply hurt and upset and betrayed and are in deep grief and loss, like, honor that. honor yourself, talk to yourself. Of course I feel this way. It makes sense given the situation that I would be feeling devastated or I would be feeling really upset. It's okay, it makes sense. You start from that. Use that as your medicine. It only takes a minute. But what happens is we just step over that and go to love and light and perspective. Oh, Michael Singer says blah, blah, blah. If we go to that, we're stepping over the pain and the suffering, and we're not healing. We're whitewashing and we're putting a Band-Aid over it, and that wound is still there. So it's a training. It's not even a retraining. We've never been trained how to do this. It's like a kid skins their knee and the mom's like, get up, stop crying, you're okay. And then you do that. And you stuff your feelings down. Well, that's what this spiritual whitewashing can be. And it's not saying stay in victim mode and wallow in self-pity and blame them and never get over it. It's not saying, like, that's the other extreme. So this is like, here we come into moderation. It's like, no, like, my feelings are valid. It's okay the way I feel. And just giving space, allowing yourself to feel that, and then just having that as a foundation. And like, yeah, and we're spinning on a planet in the middle of nowhere. Life is always lifing. Relax and release. Oh, interesting. Yeah, dreams can be very compelling for sure. So the further messages of this card say the Angel of Temperance is a master alchemist processing the energies of life. She weaves them into potent experiences and lessons, which she will then turn into spiritual gold. So anyway, the other card flew out. But these are spiritual gold, although it sucks. I know. It sucks. That's amazing, Monica. So this card ushers in harmony, alchemy, and duality. It's time to bring yourself to a beautiful equilibrium by seeking moderation and balance. So I feel like this is like coming out of black and white thinking, right and wrong, rigid thoughts about whatever this is for you. Expanding, softening, opening, soothing, balance, alchemy of these energies. You're being asked to evaluate where your precious energy is being sent and the effect that this choice has on everything else in your life. If you're consumed with this and you're not getting over it, you're hurting yourself, sweetie. And again, you don't want to jump over it. Be with yourself and then go into this. Hi, Yadira. Welcome. Good morning. We live in a world of extreme passion and heated hustle, so slowing down the desire for excess in any one area of your life may be harder than you think. Don't do drastic this week. Don't take sides. Stay away from all or nothing choices. Walk the middle path. So, powerful messages for you all. All right, so give an emoji or a phrase of what you're taking away from that reading today. And then now we're going to get into the Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. And by the way, I do one-on-one card readings, and I do one-on-one energy healing sessions with Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. You can send me a private message to book those. And I'm also offering my signature visioning session to the community for those of you who have not received any type of gifted session from me before. If you feel the heart's call to do so, reach out. This is a perfect time of year. We'll look at where are you stuck or challenged. It might be around whatever's in this reading, because there is definitely stuck energy there. Where do you feel stuck or challenged in your life? Where do you want to go, and what do you want to create, and what's in the way? It's a very powerful and clarifying process. So if you feel the heart's call, reach out. I have a few spots open for that. Thank you, Jen. Balance. Don't hold on too tight, and don't let go too soon. Perfect. So, and I'm going to bring the themes of the session into the energy healing as well. Beautiful, Gina. Glad that that was helpful. Yeah, I really feel like that Temperance card is like about rising above and being able to have perspective on whatever might be draining, sucking energy, or where people might be giving their energy away to, for sure. So we can go ahead and close our eyes. And I am activating the Reiki healing energy. So if you care to receive, just be open to receive. Your body, mind, spirit will draw in the energy as needed that is best for you right now. I'm also going to activate Solvana healing energy, which is an energy for transformation and new beginnings, and also to activate your intuition, opening the third eye. So just relax and rest and receive this energy healing. Just let go, surrender, trust, and allow. And whatever came up for you during today's session, just surrender and let go. I will now repeat an ancestral clearing prayer. So if you care to receive this ancestral clearing, just be open to receive. Energy is very powerful. You may yawn, you may have emotion come up, you may feel energy, movement in the body. Just trust and allow. Infinite Creator, source of all that is, we love you. Thank you for loving us. We humbly ask that you open, bless, expand, lead, guide, and direct us into your perfect light, love, and life, in always, completely, now and forever. Please and thank you. For everyone hearing my voice, for all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors, and all of their relationships through all relevant time, space, and dimension. For all hurts, wrongs, judgments, and burdens, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed, please help us all. Forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, please and thank you. For all letdown, for all betrayal, for all loss, for all death, for all grief, sadness, letting go, pain, suffering, guilt, shame, unworthiness. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, completely and totally, please and thank you. For all suicide, incest, murder, rape, abortion, infidelity, and miscarriage through thought, word, or deed, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, completely and totally, please and thank you. For all times we abandoned or were abandoned, withheld love or had love withheld, weren't nurtured, loved, supported, and cherished, in times we didn't nurture, love, support, or cherish others. For all let down in our lives and lineages, for the time we turned our back on the Creator God in all name and form. Help us forgive all people forgive us. Help us all forgive ourselves, please and thank you. Infinite Creator, for the highest good, please lift out all weight, pain, burden, sin, death, debt, negativity, spells, hexes, curses, black magic, white magic, guilt, fear, shame, unworthiness, and limitation of all kind. Transform it into your love and let your love flow back in and through us, filling and giving us all complete peace now and forever. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves, be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. So be it. Done, thank you. You can gently, slowly, easily open your eyes. If you care to. If you care to give a donation, that's always helpful to help me continue what I'm doing here. And give me a follow as well. Thank you. If you feel called. And also, as I said, you can reach out for a paid Oracle Tarot session or signature energy healing session with Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. And as well, if you feel called to participate in the gifted visioning session, that's one-on-one. And it's a very powerful and clarifying process. Perfect for this time of year, where we look at where you're challenged or stuck and where you want to go and what you get to let go of. Wonderful, Becca. You are welcome. Thank you so much for joining and sharing. J.E. and Nancy, as always. Kat, thank you for the donation and for joining. Hi, Rose. Monica, glad to have you again. It's been a little while. Jen. So many wonderful members of our community. Always grateful for Insight Timer, a life-changing place for so many of us, me included. Me too. And don't forget to join. I've got 3 lives scheduled this week. Sugar Freedom, if you're ready to go sugar-free in the new year. If it's been an issue for you. For me, I was addicted. And I've been 5 years sugar-free. And then we're doing a Visioning and Jubilation 2026 session. And then a New Year's Day. I'll share that one again. Choosing a different relationship with yourself this year. Yes, Yadira, see you tomorrow. Don't forget to join my group, Natalie's Healing Circle, and also listen to my meditations, rate and review them. That also helps me. Oh, wow. There was a lot of energy today in the reading about people who have passed and how that has affected those who are still here. You're welcome, Kat. Oh, and by the way, I did announce it in my group, Natalie's Healing Circle. The winner of the Christmas Day holiday giveaway is Alicia. I haven't seen Alicia pop up in the chat, so I don't know if they are here, but I have announced them as the winner in the group. So congratulations, Alicia receives a gifted session with me. Thank you, Jen, for the donation. All right. Well, I will see you all in a few days. If you follow me, you will get notified when I do schedule live streams. Thank you all for the donations and for joining and participating. Sending you all so much loving on our last weekend of 2025. And see you soon.